In this video, we're going to be taking a look at modifying an existing file that I just finished up. And if you would like this file and the one that we're about to make, my contact info is in the video description below. And just drop us an email and I'm happy to send it to you. But so this is a hype chain currently, and we'd like to make it into a keychain. So we will show you how to go about making those modifications. So first of all, over here on our secondary plate, let's hold the shift key down and get rid of all of our links because we don't need that. And then we can get rid of that secondary plate. Now I'm using Bamboo Studio in this example, but you can use whatever slicer you like. They all have similar capabilities in that regard. In fact, the Orca slicer is almost identical to Bamboo Studio because it is a derivative of Bamboo Studio. And one other key point to make about slicers is a lot of people think, well, we can't use Bamboo Studio because we don't have a Bamboo Labs printer, and that's not true. I didn't realize that when I first started either, but yes, Bamboo Studio supports about any modern printer on the marketplace. There are profiles available, so you can use Bamboo Studio if you so choose to. It doesn't matter if your printer is a Flash Forge or Prusa or whatever. Creality, there are profiles available for just about every printer in the market for Bamboo Studio. All right, so what we want to do is we want to modify our hype chain here and make it into a keychain. So the first thing we're going to do is hold down our Alt key and click on that little split ring there. We don't need that for our keychain. We're gonna build a different one, and then of course we have to resize our hype chain here. So we'll go up to scale, and usually what I do is I make my keychains about 3.5 to 4 inches, somewhere in that range. Now 100 millimeters is 4 inches. So 75 millimeters is 3 inches. Okay, we will go ahead and use uniform scale for this. So we're going to scale this. So if we want like 3.5 is actually 87. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it 87. So now once it's scaled down to keychain size, now we can go ahead and see what we're going to do here. So firstly, we're going to alt-click on the black piece and define its size. So we'll go to scale, and it is currently 3. So let's go ahead. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5. Let's do 5. Let's do 5. Now we do want to turn off uniform scale. So we'll go ahead and make it 5 millimeters thick. Okay. And then our numbers here, I like to go ahead and have them raised. So let's scale those to maybe 1.5 raise. And then the class of, go ahead and scale that to 1.5. I think that'll look good. And then our custom text down here, we can go ahead and scale that 1.5. Obviously, we would not probably print this with Amelia on it. You could add your own info here. But I do want to go ahead and move this. So we're going to alt-click on Amelia here and just kind of recenter it up a little bit. If we go to the very top here, just click there. Now we're looking straight down on it, and it's easier for us to line things up that way. We can also go to the move tool and drag that. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to drag it in very small increments this way. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So that looks pretty good. Now I am going to just real quick, I am going to go ahead and slice this. I guess we should change our Z heights a little bit to make sure it's going to slice correctly. So our back piece is 5 millimeters thick, so its Z height should be 2.5 millimeters off the plate, and it is. Okay, and then our 26 here is 1.5 millimeters thick. So its Z value is 0.75. It's 0.75 and 0.75 is 1.5. So what that means is we need 0.75 plus 5 for the thickness of our back plate. So that Z height for our numbers, go to world coordinates here, that Z height should be 5.75. Okay? And as should the class of, we'll make that 5.75. And then, of course, Emilia has to be at 5.75 because all of those are 1.5 millimeters thick. So there we go. So now everything is sitting on the plate here like it should be. Now we'll go ahead and move Emilia a little bit here. Let's go to our very top-down view here. Be easier to see. Now you can see the Z height did change here, so we will put that back to 5.75. So there we go. So now I believe everything should be at the proper height here. Let's go ahead and double check these. Indeed, yes. Okay, so now that is, this still does not look correct. Emilia here. See that there? Not sure what's going on here, but that Emilia does not look correct. So we are going to move it up. So we are in world coordinates. Let's go back here. We need to be back here. That's what the issue was. We were in the object coordinates. So there we go. Have the Z set back to correct again here. It's an easy mistake to make. All right. So now let's go ahead and slice this. I'm curious to see if all of these elements in Emilia actually show. This is not a great font because it has a very tiny design elements here, but let's look. Yes. So you see there, because of that very thin line, it's not going to print with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, which is what I expected when we're printing this small. So now if we want to switch over to a 0.2 nozzle, I do have one. So we could go ahead and just reslice it. It might possibly work. We could also, consider layer heights and things like that. But I probably would just use a different font is what I would ultimately do. Because we are still dropping. So when that happens to you, it's just really a fine detail. So we will switch back to our normal nozzle. We'll go back to our Prepare tab here, and we will get rid of this text because I knew it was likely going to be too small. But that's not to say that we couldn't use a different font and be able to customize it even in a keychain size. All right, so now what we need to do is we do need to go ahead and add a key tag so we can add some keychain hardware. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to add a primitive, and we're going to add a primitive cylinder. And we're going to make our cylinder 8 millimeters. This is what I usually do anyhow. So we'll go ahead and make our cylinder 8 millimeters. Okay, that's kind of my standard. And then we are going to make it 5 millimeters tall. Okay. Now, in order for this to print properly, it needs to be part of the rest of this assembly. So let's go ahead and make it rest of the assembly. Hold the control key down and click on the assembly, then right click and choose merge. And then what we will do is we will alt click on the cylinder and control C, control V. So now we've duplicated that cylinder. So now we're going to go back up here and we'll make it 4 and 4. And for the height, let's go ahead, I don't know, let's do something crazy like 20, okay? So now we've got this going on. So all we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and select both of those cylinders, okay? And really, we're just going to actually come in here, select our assembly, and then we will go to the mesh boolean, and we're going to go to subtraction. And what we want is we'll move everything over here, even this one. We just need one cylinder, not that one. We're going to do the duplicate. There we go. And we're going to go ahead. You can just barely see that some of these are highlighted, but now you see only that one cylinder is highlighted, so it only moves that over. So you see how that's green and that's blue. Let's go ahead and choose execute, and then it will go ahead and remove. And then there you go. Okay. So now all we could do is go to the top view here, and we'll alt click on this, and we'll go to our move, and we'll just go ahead and move it into place here. Now I just use my keyboard shortcut rather than come up here and actually click on move, but then we can kind of see a little bit better what we've got going on here. Let's pan, let's zoom in a little bit tighter so we can see this a little bit better. So there we go. Let's go ahead. You can see we're a little to the, I don't know, I guess it's to my right, but we're just going to slide it over a little bit. Okay. Doesn't have to be super perfect. Whatever kind of looks to be the center for you is good enough. And then we'll go ahead and just move it down just a little bit here. Something like that. Okay. And that's big enough for our jump ring to fit into. And there we go. So now our hype chain has become a keychain. Pretty simple stuff. So now let's go ahead and hit File, and let's save project as. You can see we've got the hype chain, and so now we're going to change that to keychain. And we'll hit save. And there you go. So if you'd like this file, like I say, just drop us an email. My email information is in the listing description below, and be happy to send you the graduation pack. There's several different files in there. There's some SVG files. There is the hype chain and a couple other graduation designs. So happy to send those out to you. Thanks for watching.